Hello, it's Games here once again, and in this video we are going to create the Game HUD and also the functionality so we can actually score points. So yeah, let's get started. First, we want to go to the HUD folder and we want to right click and create a new blueprint class. Let's search for a user widget. Okay, let's call this Game HUD or something like that. Let's open it. Let's add a canvas panel. Let's set the fill screen, the screen size to the 720 and 128, so 1280. Now, what we want to do here is we want to add a text. Let's move it here to the screen. Let's set the size X to like maybe 200, size Y to like 150, 150, position X and Y to 0. Now let's anchor it to the top middle position. And let's also set the position X again to 0. Now alignment X to 0.5, so it's in the middle. On the Y, let's make it minus 0.75. I think that's a good spot, but you can also set it to minus 1 or whatever. Let's make it to minus 0.05. Okay, now let's say change the text font size to 100. And let's scroll down to the justification. Let's make it to the middle. Now let's set this text to like 12. Oh, sorry, like 12, so we can see how it looks. The next thing, what we want to do, we want to make the outline of the text to like stand out a little bit. So let's click on the outline settings and let's set it to 5. Okay, that's good enough for me. Now what we want to do, we want to go to the graph and we want to create a new variable. Let's call this game mode ref. Let's search for a GM Flappy object reference. Okay, let's make it instance editable and expose on spawn so we can set this variable when we create this widget. So let's compile. Let's save all. Now one more thing, we want to go to the designer and we want to bind this text to game mode. We can't do that yet. So let's get the game mode. Let's move it next to the level 1. Now let's go to the GM Flappy. Let's create a new variable here. Let's call this points. Let's change the type to integer. Compile. Let's save. Let's go back to the Game HUD. Now we can bind this text to game mode points. Okay. So the next thing, we want to go to the GM Flappy. Here on the start game, what we want to do before we set this function, timer by function, we want to create a widget. Create widget. Class will be game HUD. Now let's promote it to a variable. Let's call this HUD ref or something like that. Let's move it up here. And actually, let's move all of this a little bit further. Like that. This even more. Now from the game mode ref, we want to get referenced to self. Okay? And from here, after we have promoted it to a variable, we want to add to viewport so we can actually see the widget. From there, we want to set timer by function name. So let's compile, let's save all, and let's go to the level 1 and let's open our pipes blueprint. Let's go to the viewport. Here, we want to create the collision when with overlapping when we increase the points. So let's select the default scene root. Let's create a box collision. Let's set these values. So size X to like 5, Y to like 5. Actually, let's set it to 10. Really, it doesn't matter what is the, like, if this is like 500 or if it's 1, it should work the same way, but let's just to be sure set it to 10. Okay. The X, let's set it to 40. I think that's a good value. And now on the, did I say X? I mean set. So X5, Y10 and set 40. Now on the location X, we want to set it to 500. So it's next to the pipes. Now let's rename this collision to point collision. What did I do? Collision. Okay. Now let's scroll down from here and on component begin overlap. Let's move this a little bit further down. And here what we want to do, we want to get from the other actor and cast to player bird, or whatever our player character is named. Then we want to do once node, because we want to call this function only once. Then we want to get the game mode ref, and we want to, get the game state. Let's move it to here. Now we want to check if it's equal enum to running. Let's add a branch. Get from the completed. And so, if our game is running, let's get from the game mode ref. Let's get the points here. And from the points we want to plus, so increment integer. This will add 1 to already existing value. Now we can just compile, we can save all, and everything should work. So now we have our points, and when we go through the pipes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as you can see, we can already play this game. This is like functioning game already. So yeah, I actually think that was all for this video. If you liked what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.